Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Romeo Miller, and we're here to talk about the Lifetime original Wrath, a 7 Deadly Sin story. Romeo, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, I cannot start this interview without first congratulating you on becoming a new father with your beautiful, beautiful baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with the world. You definitely have a beautiful, gorgeous child.
She's truly amazing. Fatherhood is crazy. Just being a parent, my perspective on life changed even more drastically. So my daughter is definitely the blessing I needed right now, the perfect balance for my busy life.
People always say that, like, once you have a child, everything you knew about love and everything about life just completely changes instantly. And I've never had a child, so I don't know, but I hear that often. You're just like, wow, like, what does that mean? Yeah.
No, I can't even put it into words, to be honest. I can't, but it's true.
I hear that often. So let's talk about Wrath. This movie is actually a real cautionary tale. I did watch it. It's very good. And you got to play the good guy.
You're not just saying that, huh?
No. You know what? When I'm just saying something, like, a lot of times, like, you could see in my face.
Okay.
Or I'll be like, I watched the movie. Like, I speak about the truth. I don't get into details that I won't be able to, fully, believe and verify. So I just be like, oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Right. I feel that.
No, but and I spoke with Antonio actually earlier too. Me and Antonio had a really long conversation. Like, we went off because we were waiting on you because you were busy again.
Antonio gonna dive deep. That's all I gotta say. Just like he dived in his character.
Yes, he did. When I tell you, me and Antonio talked for probably about an hour, just talking. Yeah. Then we got into the interview. It was crazy. It was like we were old friends. He's an amazing guy. But it's like you got to play the good guy, and Antonio, of course, is playing sort of the nemesis here, and he's playing this sort of malignant character, and you're just trying to protect Michelle's character. What was it like working with Michelle Williams as well?
Man, working with Michelle Williams, honestly, it was amazing. I told her she's one of my faves I worked with in this entire industry.
Nice.
It's so rare to come across people that's so humble and so driven and still willing to learn. Like, I don't think people realize she was in one of the biggest groups ever. Like, that's a once in a lifetime type of experience that many people would never accomplish in 10 lifetimes. And just to see how humble she was, that's how I knew this was God's perfect timing for us to finally work together in this film.
But I mean, you speak with so much humility, though, but you've accomplished a lot on your own. Obviously, you have a lot of things going on your own. Of course, your father is extremely successful and famous as well. But what is it that keeps you just grounded and keeps you just wanting to work and just constantly just improving or just discovering new things about yourself? You don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I seen a lot of life early. People look at my life and they only see the end result, which is the success. But a lot of people never question, okay, what did this person do to actually have the success? Because I tell people all the time, they have people that's way more successful than my father. Where are their kids at? Do you know who their kids, do you know their child's name? So what me and my dad is not easy. And I'm only the second generation. My pops is the first. So we're not far removed. I'm not 10 generations down where things was literally handed to me like people think. I had to learn the ups and downs with my dad. And I tell people this all the time. It's obedience and knowing your purpose. That's why I was able to actually be successful and have my own lane. So I tell people all the time, you got to follow your purpose because it's good and bad. God is here, but the devil is too. And the devil knows exactly what you want. So me being obedient and knowing my purpose, I steered and stayed on my path. And, God is really the biggest key to me and my family's success. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, that's the easy thing to say. Well, guess what? If you really believe it, it is going to look easy. That's how God works.
That's very inspirational. I want to talk about this this quote from your interview with Pulp Magazine. I thought this was really, really a really dope quote. You said, I want to show the youth that there are many different ways of being successful. You don't always have to be the superstar to be the superstar. What did you mean by that?
That's a dope quote. Who said that? I said that.
Like I did.
No, literally, that's crazy. You brought that up because I was on the airplane. I just posted on my Instagram. There was this message about our culture. Everybody want to be the entertainer, the professional athlete. And my dad was just speaking on this as well. We were in Arkansas for a charity event against violence. But the thing that he brought to everybody attention, and what I want to continue to spread is, okay, if you want to be an athlete, you want to be that superstar, how many jobs is that? That's literally, if you want to go play professional sports or basketball, that's about 400 jobs, right? Okay, then you want to go be a musician and this and that. The jobs are limited there.
Yeah.
How many people are going for those jobs? Millions. So you have millions of people going for only 400 jobs when you could get into a different line of business. We're talking about, you know, health science, the medical world, et cetera, where there's hundreds of thousands of jobs. And that's where our people in our culture, we always think we have to be the big man on top of the mountain. We have to be the superstar to be successful. And I just want to show people, just like what I'm doing with my career now, I don't want to be the biggest star. I'm showing people you could be behind the scenes and be an entrepreneur. You know, you could chase your dreams and you could put other people on, and you don't have to be that person that everybody knows. Because what I learned in this generation and in life in general is that, like my dad say, brands live forever. You know, we're only here for a certain amount of time as humans. We want to build generational wealth. So it's about doing something that, you know, that could be here for generations, that's actually bigger than you, and realistically setting ourselves up for generational wealth and a better life. If we're only chasing that 1 out of 1 job, what about those hundreds of thousands that we all could go take and build with?
Oh, wow. That's a sermon.
Yeah, that's why you see us, though. We got a lot of more branded stuff. You see me and my dad, we got chips. You know, people laugh. We had the Minyati shoes. They're like, well, I could just go wear Nikes or Louis Vuitton. But it's like, guess what? Why can't we be Nike or Louis Vuitton?
Right.
You know, why can't we be Pringles, et cetera, et cetera? We have so much more to give than just being that superstar on stage.
How's it possible, though? I mean, I know I kind of asked you that before, but like, just to concentrate on so many things and to be so 100% with every endeavor, that just seems like, I don't even know if I can hardly do a couple jobs. I can't work a part-time job and a full-time job. And you're doing like 15 different things, CEO mindset.
I think if you look at my career, you'll realize it is phases, right? So it was never honestly all of these things at once. It's always a phase of me growing into something. You know, I started off in music, I transitioned into acting, then I had my clothing line, and then I started doing behind the scenes work, production and directing. So it's always just, honestly, I can't even tell you half the things, because God would just blow me in a certain direction. I'm like, I didn't think I was ever going to be a host of a TV show, and now I'm hosting MTV, X on the Beach, and et cetera, et cetera. There's been things where I said I never want to get into, and you got to just let God guide you. And that's what I did a lot of my life, where it's not about what you want, but you got to know that God knows what's best for you. So it's just more of I think each year you got to learn and grow and be willing to go in that deep water. It's like Peter in the Bible. Before he was Peter, his name was Simon. But when he started believing and listening to Jesus, he renamed him Peter. And that's because when he went in that deep water, he realized he didn't have to have all the answers to be blessed. And that's just what my career is. It's funny. People always say, how you do this and that. And the biggest thing is, I don't know. I just know I'm going where God pushes me. Yeah. And that's how you get your biggest blessings.
But you also truly bet on yourself, and you're not afraid to take chances and to just try, you know. And a lot of times we stunt ourselves. We don't grow. We don't try, you know.
Well, the thing is, I don't do anything for man. I don't do anything for the approval of a company. I don't do anything for the approval of, well, my agency said I have to do this. Everybody I work with, they truly understand that, look, Romeo's going to do things his way. And I feel we're in an industry where so many young people are pushed to not be themselves. And I just want kids to know out there, whatever you get into in life, whatever that dream is, make sure you're always authentically being yourself, and everything will work out.
That's beautiful. I have to ask you a question. I want to take it back to Wrath for a moment. Are you really a martial arts black belt?
Oh, my acting was that good in the movie, huh?
I don't know nothing about it. You look like you could really get down, though. So.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I have a lot of things people don't know about me. I grew up, you know, doing karate, kickboxing, boxing, weaponry. Like I did a lot of things growing up. We're from the South. I'm a country boy, so we got to be able to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
And whether you know that or not, I've done a lot of training in that department. But the thing with this film, actually, we only had like 2 days to rehearse all of the stunt work.
Oh, really?
And a lot of the work was coming in hours before we had to do the scene. So we'll skip lunch sometimes and go straight to rehearsal for it. But I'm not a professional, martial arts teacher. I was just doing my job acting.
Well, you did a great job doing that. What's next for you, Romeo? I know you got a bunch of things going on, and you just took a little time to speak with me. I really appreciate that. What's next?
I appreciate you. I'm coming straight from the plane, looking crazy. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna be looking sexier in our next interview. So I appreciate you.
We gotta schedule
down
that.
with me looking like this, but
I might dress up myself too. We're gonna make sure
it's gonna be a party.
Exactly.
Yeah, but for me, what's next is I have another project I'm working on. I can't talk about it yet. Okay. It'll be announced probably in a month. So it's a new TV show. But I have this movie called One Heart I've been working on for over, I think, 7 years. Really? It's probably one of my best. It's my best work other than this movie. This movie, One Heart, would probably be up for Oscar nominations. It's that type of film based off a real story. I literally lived with this kid who was wrongfully convicted, the top football player in Texas, Mac White. I lived with him for 2 years, studied his habits, learned about his life, and dived into his world. So I'm excited about people to see this movie, One Heart. Things don't happen overnight. People look at my life. This is a movie. We had a lot of actors that came and went because the process was so long. And I was like, it's going to be worth it. And God's going to show this film to the world in the perfect timing. So be on the lookout for One Heart. And me and my dad products, our new chips right now. We got Wrap Snacks, but we also got Soldier Snacks. And those proceeds go to the soldiers over fighting at war, their families. So we're just trying to make products that make a difference and that give back to our community. Like I tell people, the more we make, the more we could give. And, we got the Manjati shoes. Make sure y'all be on the lookout of those. Go to manjati.com. And I got some more stuff, but I don't want to keep you here all day. I don't know how much time.
You can't even be here all day. They looking at me like, yo.
But no, I'm excited about this movie, Raph. Y'all got to check this out. Bishop T.D. Jakes produced it. We need more movies that's entertaining, but you also learn something at the end of the day. And I just can't wait for everybody to see this April 16th on Lifetime. It's going down.
For sure. The one thing I told Antonio too, that's the one lesson I got out of that movie is that people need to know when somebody lays it on too thick, too fast, you got to really pay attention because that's not how life works. I think I'm a pretty cool person, but it ain't nobody that's going to propose to me in 3 days. That's a little weird. So,
hey, I mean, it happened with Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. You never know.
No,
but
not in my lifetime.
Is, like you said, what you learn in this film, you gotta pay attention to those red flags. I do feel there's a lot of genuine love that could be out there, but like I tell people, God knows what you want, the devil knows what you want too. So make sure you know the difference.
Thank you so much, Romeo. I know you've got to go. I do want to say this just really quick. I really always appreciate what you and your father have to say. When you guys speak, you speak with purpose. You speak with you speak to inspire. So there's always some great takeaway. I mean, we're talking about a film here. We got into entrepreneurship. You got this new dad here.
Yeah.
But it was great to talk to you. And I really, really appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me.
Well, I appreciate you and everything y'all do over at Blackfilm. And hey, this is only the beginning. I'll see you next time. I'll be dappered up though.
I told you we both gonna have to look. We're gonna set it. I'm gonna put my hair up, everything. I'm gonna put on makeup. We're gonna make it happen. But I want to, again, guys, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com. I'm, of course, speaking here with Romeo Miller. He's had a very, very long career. He does everything that he wants to do. And it should be definitely an inspiration for you guys. We were here to talk about Wrath, a 7 Deadly Sin story that will be out on the 16th on Lifetime. It's very good. And like I told Romeo, if I didn't think it was good, I would have just told you when it was coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Okay. Have a great day.
Blessings.
Bye-bye. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.